Welcome to mathematics tutorial. Okay, start na tayo. Okay, discuss on how to find the zeros, intercepts, and asymptotes of the following rational, irrational functions. So to find the zeros, intercepts, and asymptotes, merong mga rules or tinatawag na steps, but in this case shortcut ang gamitin natin. So number 1, so we have y equals 3x plus 2 over 2x plus 1. That is example number 1. How to find the zeros of that given rational functions. So tandaan, una, zeros ang hinahanap natin. How to find the zeros of the given rational functions. Ito ang tandaan nyo, shortcut nyo ito ha, shortcut. To find the zeros of the rational functions, tandaan, that is the value that makes the rational functions equal to 0. Tandaan yan ha. The value that makes the rational functions equal to 0. So saan na tayo nakabase pag 0 ang hinahanap? Sa numerator. Dito lang tayo nakabase sa numerator pag zeros ang hinahanap natin. So based on that given functions or equations, what is the zeros of that given? So nakabase tayo sa numerator and the value that makes the rational functions equal to 0. So that is, so ang numerator is 3x plus 2. Equate lang natin yan sa 0. So magiging equal 0. Next, 3x equals, i-transpose natin yung positive 2 sa kabila, magiging negative 2. Then, divide both side by 3, by 3. So, the value of x equals negative 2 over 3. So, that is the 0. So, the 0 of that given function is negative 2 over 3. Why? Because if we substitute negative 2 over 3 sa equation, it makes the rational equations equal to 0. So, ito na yung sagot natin. That is negative 2 over 3. Okay? Next. How about for intercepts? That is x and y intercept. How to find the x-intercept? Letter B. Tandaan, ito yung shortcut. To find this value or this x-intercept, substitute 0 for y and solve for x. Okay, substitute 0 for y and solve for x. Ito yung shortcut natin. Pag x-intercept, naka-base tayo sa numerator pa rin. Numerator. Okay, naka-base pa rin tayo sa numerator. Kung sundin natin yung rule ng x-intercept, that is y equals 3x plus 2 over 2x plus 1, substitute 0 for y and solve for x. So magiging 0 ito equals 3x plus 2 over 2x plus 1. I-cross multiply natin yan. So 0 times the value of the denominator, so that is 0. So equals 3x plus 2. Then simplify, substitute or distribute natin or i-transpose natin yung positive 2. So magiging 3x equals negative 2, then divide both side by 3, So that is x equals negative 2 over 3. So the same pa rin yung sagot natin sa zeros and x-intercept kasi naka-base tayo sa numerator. Tandaan yan. Ang 0, naka-base tayo sa numerator. Ang x-intercept, naka-base pa rin tayo sa numerator. Okay. So kung may tanong, comment lang. Okay. Tandaan, zeros, naka-base tayo sa numerator pag hindi factorable yung given. Substitute all x values so far. Yes, that is the but pwede rin naka-base tayo sa numerator pag hindi factorable yung given. Okay, so that is x-intercept negative 2 over 3. How about yung y-intercept? So to find the y-intercept, okay, saan tayo naka-base pag y-intercept? So that is how to find or to solve for the y-intercept natin. So that is the last term of the numerator and denominator. So that is y equals 3x plus 2 over 2x plus 1. To find the y-intercept, tandaan, ang last term ng numerator, that is 2, and last term ng denominator, that is the value of y-intercept. Kasi magiging 0 na yung x, mag 0. So, yung y-intercept is 2 over 1, or that is 2. Tandaan, pag y-intercept, that is the constant term of the numerator and denominator. Okay. Kuha. Okay, very good. That is the constant term of the numerator and denominator. Okay, nakuha na. Next, for next is for the asymptotes. So dito na, number letter A, B, and C ito. Next, for letter D, i-erase muna natin. Sana yung eraser ko. Bakit nawala? Ito. I-erase muna natin. Okay, for letter C or letter D, asymptote. For letter D, asymptote, unahin natin yung vertical asymptote. Okay, pag vertical asymptote naman ang hinahanap natin, naka-base tayo sa denominator. Tandaan ito, denominator. Okay, vertical asymptotes. Pag vertical asymptotes naman, naka-base tayo sa saan? Naka-base tayo sa denominator. Tandaan yan ha. So ang given is y equals 3x plus 2 over 2x plus 1. I-equate lang natin yung denominator sa 0. So ang denominator natin is 2x plus 1 equals 0. So 2x equals negative 1. Divide both side by 2. Divide both side by 2. So ang vertical asymptote natin is x equals negative 1 over 2. So that is the vertical asymptote. That is negative 1 over 2. Naka-base tayo sa denominator. How about horizontal asymptote. Tandaan, so letter E na tayo. So that is horizontal asymptote. Merong tatlong restrictions yung horizontal asymptote. So una, if n is less than m, ang horizontal niyan is y equals 0. Sir, ano yung n and m? Ang n is the exponent of the leading coefficient of the numerator. And yung m, that is the exponent of the leading coefficient of the denominator. Okay. If the exponents of the leading coefficient of the numerator is less than m, so horizontal asymptote niyan is 0. How about n equals m? What is the horizontal asymptote? So horizontal asymptote is y equals a over b. Saan natin makita yung value ng a over b? That is the numerical coefficient of the leading term of the numerator and the denominator. Ito yung numerical coefficient of the leading term of the numerator and denominator. And last restriction, if n is greater than m, ang y-intercept natin is there is no horizontal asymptote. Yan ang tandaan. Una, first restriction, if n is less than m, ang horizontal asymptote niya is 0. If n equals m, ang horizontal asymptote niyan is a over b. If n is greater than m, no horizontal asymptote. So based on this given example, so that is y equals 3x plus 2 over 2x plus 1. What is the value of n in the numerator? So ang exponent ng leading coefficient is 1, that's 1, and ang exponent ng denominator is 1. So saan yung restriction natin? It is 1, 2, or 3. Saan natin makita? Exponent ng numerator is 1, ang exponent ng denominator is 1. So they are equal. So restriction number 2. So n equals m. So the value or the horizontal asymptote is a over b. And that is 3, ang value ng a, and 2, ang value ng b. So that is 2 over, or 3 over 2. So that is the horizontal asymptote. Okay. Next. Can't relate. Tingin mo. Okay lang yan. Next. I-summarize natin. Summarize. Summarize. Okay. So una, ang 0 saan natin makita? So letter A, zeros. Letter B, x-intercept. Letter C, y-intercept. Letter D, vertical asymptote. And letter E, horizontal asymptote. Okay, itong summarize natin. So pag yes, pwede magtanong. Yes, Ayen. Ano yung tanong mo? Sige, sagutin ko muna yung tanong mo. Sino to? Sige. Wait lang. Sige. Question Miss Ayen, Austria. Sino ba to? Sige daw. Ano yung tanong mo, Mr. Ayen? Ay, Miss Ayen pala. Yes, ano yung tanong mo? Okay. Pag zeros, ang hinahanap natin, saan na tayo nakabase? Saan? Sa zero sa numerator. Sa numerator, so that is 3x plus 2, that is equivalent to negative 2 over 3. Pwede lang matamatahin natin. Sa x-intercept, nakabase tayo sa numerator pa rin. So that is negative 2 over 3 pa rin. Sa y-intercept, okay, the constant of the numerator and the denominator, that is 2 over 1 or 2. Vertical asymptote, nakabase tayo sa denominator. So that is negative 1 over 2. And yung horizontal asymptote, mayroong restrictions. Pag the same ang exponent, so that is a over b. So that is 3 over 2. So ito na yun. Ito na yung shortcut. Diba? Madali lang how to identify the zeros. Ay, precal pala sinasabi kasi. Ano yung topic mo sa precal, Miss Ayen? Okay, so number 2. Number 2 shortcut natin. Sige daw. Ano yung value ng zeros sa number 2? Sige daw. Ang makasagot, bigyan ko ng load na 15. Sige daw. Number 2, find the zeros, intercept, asymptote of the rational functions. Bigyan ko kayo ng 5 minutes to answer. First, kung sinong makasagot una, siya ang bibigyan ko ng load na 15. Sige daw. Sa number 2, find the zeros, intercepts, and asymptotes. Paunahan lang. Sige. 15x minus 3 over 18x plus 6. Find the zeros, intercepts, and asymptote of that given rational functions. Sige. Paunahan. Ano yung value ng zeros niyan? Meron ng clue. Tingnan ko mamaya sa comment section kung sino ang makasagot ng tama sa 5 yung choices natin. So una, zeros. Pangalawa, x-intercept. Pangatlo, y-intercept. Sa number 2 na tayo. Letter D for vertical. And letter E for horizontal. Pag masagot mo lahat ito, bigyan kita ng load na 15. Okay. Saan ang sagot? Wala. Sige, try to answer. Number 2. Sige daw. Number 2. Wala. Try to answer number 2. Number 2. Sige. Hindi. Lagi po ba ang saan niya? Lagi po bang malaki dapat yung value ng A kaysa sa B? Hindi po. Kahit anong value ng A and B, basta the same ang exponent, okay lang yan. O, tingnan mo sa number 2, that is 15 over 18. But the same ang exponent. Ang exponent niya is 1 and 1. So, kahit malaki yung value ng numerator kaysa sa denominator ang A and B, okay lang yan. Nagmamatter lang yan sila sa exponent. Sige. So, for number 2, you can answer. Bigyan ko ng load na 15, yung makasagot lahat niyan. Kung walang makasagot, sagutan natin. Sige. You can answer. Wala. Pwede na mata-matahin. Mata-mata. Sige. Wala makasagot. Sige. Number 2. Okay, number 2. Tingnan natin. Yung given na number 2 is 15 x minus 3 over 18x plus 6. Pwede pa ma-reduce to lowest term or ma-simplify natin ito. So, ano yung factor ng numerator? So, ang 15 is divisible by 3 and ang 3 is divisible by 3. So, palabas natin yung common sa kanila, that is 3. So, 15x divided by 3, that is 5x. Then, negative 3 divide 3, that is negative 1. Over, ito, common sa kanila is, ang 18 is divisible by 6 and 6 is divisible by itself. So that is, palabas natin common sa kanila, that is 6. So 18x divide 6, that is 3x. Then 6 divide 6, that is positive 1. Next, simplify. Ito, 3 over 6. Pwede ma-reduce to lowest term, that is 1 and 2. So, 1 times 5x minus 1, that is 5x minus 1. Then 2 times 3x, that is 6x. Then 2 times positive 1, that is positive 1. So, ang horizontal asymptote natin, ito na yung lowest term or the factored form of the given rational functions. So, ang value ng zeros, ano yung value ng zeros natin? Naka-base tayo sa numerator. So, ang value ng numerator is 5x minus 1. Equate natin yan sa 0. Is equal 0. So, that is 1 over 5. So, that is the zeros of the given functions. 1 over 5. Okay. That is the zeros. Next, how about for x-intercept? Saan tayo naka-base pa rin? So, sa x-intercept, naka-base pa rin tayo sa numerator. Again, kung ano yung value ng zeros, that is also the value of x-intercept. So, that is 1 over 5. Ang y-intercept, naka-base tayo sa whole number of the numerator and denominator. So that is negative 1. That is negative 1 over positive 1. So negative 1 divide positive 1, that is negative 1. So that is the, that is, simplify mo na ito, 2 times 3x, that is 6x. Then 2 times positive 1, that is 2. So, yung y-intercept natin, that is the value of the whole number of the numerator and denominator. That is 1 over 2. That is negative 1 half. Okay, next. For vertical asymptote, naka-base tayo sa denominator. So, that is 6x plus 2 equals 0. Then, 6x equals negative 2 over 6. So, x equals negative 1/3. So, ito na yung vertical asymptotes. Ang horizontal asymptotes naman, nakabase tayo sa exponent. So, that is 5x minus 1 over 6x plus 2. So, ang exponent, the same. 1 and 1. So, that is a over b. So, that is equivalent to 5 over 6. Okay, so that's the final answer. Next. Wala na. Any questions? Any questions? Wala. Wala nang tanong. Wala nang tanong. Okay. Questions? Okay, wala na sigurong tanong. Pag wala nang tanong, okay, that's all for today. Good night.